What is going on, ladies and genitals? YOTESLAYA here, bringing you episode 6 of my Borderlands 2 Pearlescent weapons series. Today, I have a Pearlescent submachine gun for you guys known as the Avenger. Now, in my case, I'm going to show you 4 different versions of this Avenger. In your case, your prefix may differ from the ones you're about to see, but in any case, it will still be an Avenger, a beastly Pearlescent submachine gun. Now, before we get into this, I do want to point out that this drop was recorded by a friend of mine, CJ Garoff. He actually went out and got these drops for me because I've been having a hard time. I just haven't been able to get these, and now that the loot midget method has been patched, it's going to make it even that more difficult, and I'm pretty busy with baseball with my boys and all that good stuff. So CJ, if you're watching this, thank you for going out and getting these Pearlescent weapons, man. It means a lot that you gave me these recordings as them dropping. And to the subscriber that hooked me up with the guns on PC, Mazur, man, thank you for giving these to me so I could show these off in gameplay. But right here we can see CJ actually is using the loot midget method, and he does end up getting the Perma-Sharp Avenger. Now, a lot of people were actually saying that this Pearlescent submachine gun was a beast of a submachine gun, but I got to say, using my Gunzerker and the pistol build, I was just getting completely owned with this. Every time I tried to use this, I would just die and die and die and die and die. And I have kind of like minor OCD. I like to try to make these as perfect as possible. I know the commentary part usually lacks because I'm an idiot, but I like to make it, you know, I don't want to die over and over and over. But you're going to see me die at the end of this one. But I said, screw it, because I tried about 20 times and just couldn't do that. But yeah, we've got 4 different versions of these Avengers we're going to use, and I'll try to explain a little bit about each as we go throughout this. I'm not going to read from the wiki on this one, but I do want to point out that the wiki is extremely useful on this one especially. Now, the reason I'm not reading it is because it's like super long, but if you want to know in detail like the mechanics of this gun, definitely go check out the wiki. The link is in the description because it actually points out a lot of good stuff on this gun. Now, what I was saying about each gun, you noticed I had a Perma-Sharp Avenger. Most of you probably know, but the Perma-Sharp just adds 50% plus melee damage. So if you're an assassin and you're spec'd out with melee, that'd definitely be the one for you. Now, I've also got one in slag element, corrosive element, non-element, and fire element. Those are pretty much all the same. Their magazine size may differ a little, but the main thing you want to notice about this Avenger is when you reload. It's like a normal TDR weapon. Once you reload, you throw that weapon out. But this one, instead of just going out, bouncing around, and then exploding, will actually like spray out bullets in a circular pattern as it bounces around, and those bullets will actually, you know, do damage to the opponents, and then it will explode like a normal TDR weapon. Now, one thing that's useful about this is if you've got a B shield on and you actually throw that out to reload, you still get that amp damage on those bullets that are, you know, spinning around as it's reloading. You still get that bonus amp damage. So if you're in a mess and you've got a lot of enemies and you can somehow get out of that room, reload and throw that gun back into the room, because you're going to be dealing that bonus amp damage with that gun bouncing around and then finally exploding. So that's a very good technique if you're using this Avenger. Anytime you get caught up and you can, back away, throw the gun, let it reload, and let it deal that bonus amp damage. If you're like me, I use the sham, so, you know, I don't really get that bonus amp damage. Another cool thing about this Avenger, if you take a look at my ammo, it will actually regenerate ammo, so that's pretty cool as well. If you've got the sham shield on, there's really no reason you should run out of ammo. You're regenerating, you're absorbing, and it's a pretty awesome submachine gun. For me, it just didn't do much damage. I tried to use each element of this. For me, this one right here, the slag, definitely felt like it was the most effective submachine gun, especially, you know, coupling it with the Avenger that had no element to it. You know, I would just slag them, get out the guaranteed Avenger that had no element, and then, you know, I'd get them slagged and then shoot them with the regular bullets, and it would just rip through people. But as far as trying to show you guys, like, the fire and the corrosive, I had a hard freaking time, man. I'm not going to lie to you. I was getting so aggravated trying to do this. I headbutt my desk a couple times. I kicked myself in the face, and not really. I'm not even near flexible enough to kick myself in the face. Anybody remember on Jackass when Wee Man kicked himself in the forehead? Dude, that is just, that's got to be a midget trait, because anybody that's like a normal human being, and I'm not saying a midget's not normal, I'm just saying anybody that's like normal height, I don't think you're going to be able to kick yourself in the forehead, because his leg's like as long as his torso, and I don't know how we got on that from this. But anyways, you can see that I'm using it. A lot of people really dig this submachine gun. Me, myself, it just didn't cut it out for me. I can think of a lot better submachine guns out there. You know, to each their own. Leave in the comments, is the Avenger the gun that you go to when you're in trouble? Is the Avenger a beast in your mind? Because in mine, it was just average. The slag one was pretty awesome. I'll give it that. You know, and for me, you know, someone that doesn't really use the B shield, it just didn't seem to cut it out for me. Now, like I said, go read that wiki because it will point out a lot of awesome mechanics with this gun and let you guys know just, you know, stuff that I can't because I'm an idiot. You know, just face it, I'm an idiot. But yeah, I got 2 more pearlescent weapons dropped. Recorded thanks to CJ. I'm gonna try to get those out this week. I've been super busy with my boys in baseball. This, like, tonight is the first night in a week I've been home and like nobody's here, so I'm gonna try to get these rocked out for you. I promise the next commentary will be better. You know, it's kind of hard after a week of doing no commentaries to get back into it, but I hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. I will talk to you guys later, and yeah, bye bye.